Hello everyone, this is Drew with Drew Drives at Grubbs Family Dealerships, and today let's go for a drive in this 2024 Kia Sportage SX Prestige. This vehicle is a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder with 187 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque. The SX Prestige is the highest trim on all Kias, or the Kia SUVs that is. You have a nice digital gauge cluster with the big screen that you'll find in the Telluride. It's like the two-piece screen, and a lot of the Kia SUVs like the Sportage and the Sorento, etc. You have heated seats, ventilated seats, and a heated steering wheel. The AC controls have an interesting look to them. It's like a little screen as well. You have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You have a normal, sport, and smart mode. I like how the gauges change, and I like this little drive mode selector. Cool feel to it. You also have a 360-degree camera system and dynamic guidelines with the backup camera. Nice interior trim. You have leather seats, of course, with a big panoramic sunroof. Well, let's walk around this Kia. Interesting wheel design, full LED headlights, and daytime running lights. Here are the rear seats. You also have a Harman Kardon sound system in this SX Prestige. You have the big KN badge, as people like to call it. So it looks like a K with that backwards N. Here's the trunk. You also have a little cargo net to hold your belongings in place. Nice little trim piece there. Let's get it out on the road and see how it drives. I like this little shifter. Feels cool to put the car in gear with that. Kia has definitely upped their game, and Hyundai too, over the last few years. They made a lot of technological advancements and everything like that on their vehicles. Especially those turn signal cameras. I think that's a great design from Kia. Very useful. Acceleration wise, at the end of the day, it's a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder with 187 horsepower. It's not going to be anything impressive. It'll get the job done, however. But the point of this car is kind of like just a daily driving SUV with some nice features. But most people who are buying a Sportage are not going to be looking for any kind of performance. Honestly, any person buying a Sportage isn't going to be buying it for performance in any way, shape, or form. So this kind of power is probably going to be more than enough. Turn off that auto start stop if there's an option, yeah, because I'm not a fan of it. I also like the cup holders. It's interesting. When you have cups, you can hit this button to hold the cup in place. It shoots out a little ring to hold your cup in place. Otherwise, you can stow it away and just have these two circles there. But yeah, that 4-cylinder is really, really loud. Not a big fan of that. A lot of engine noise. If you put your foot down, you're gonna have to hear that engine droning, which I'm not a fan of, to be honest. But as I said, I really do like those gauges, and I am very impressed with the interior. This definitely feels very premium for being a Sportage. Considering how Sportages look like in the previous generation, or how a lot of Kias look like for a long period of time. It's very impressive what Kia has done. And yeah, like when I first saw that turn signal camera in a Kia Stinger or something that I drove a couple of years ago, I was very impressed with it. I was like, wow, that should be in every car. That's so useful. Like if you need to make a quick lane change, but don't have the time to look back, You can just look there and see if there's anyone in your blind spot, or if you want extra reassurance that no one's in your blind spot, you could do that. Look how awesome that is. That's such a great idea. I do like the steering though. The steering has some good weight to it. It doesn't feel vague. It actually feels kind of responsive. But honestly, most Kias are pretty low on power. Even the Telluride feels really slow. It has like 280 horsepower, something like that. It feels a lot slower than some other vehicles, at least to me. Like the Honda Pilot feels faster. And yes, as I said, most people don't really care about that, but in terms of pickup, it is important to have a little bit of acceleration. But at the end of the day, I compare every car with each other. Performance cars, regular cars, but just speaking in term from an enthusiast, that's what I'm always going to point that out. Yeah, this is a very loaded car with features. If you're looking for a Sportage SX Prestige, you'll be very impressed with the equipment it offers. Seats are very comfortable as well. They have some good lateral support. I haven't tried the lumbar adjustment. I'm going to do that right now. And yes, it'll push into your back a little bit to give you some lower back support. You also have a quiet mode. Provides sound only to the front seat. So I guess if your kids are sleeping in the back, you could turn that on. So they won't be bothered in the back seats with sound. And only you and the other front passenger are going to be able to listen to whatever you're playing on the radio or from your phone. You also have a valet mode, voice memos, media, and I like the color scheme, that purple on black color, or like that purple color scheme of the icons, which is cool. And then you can see a compass, tire pressures, the lane keep assist features, and everything like that. You also have a cruise control button. And then you also have fog lights. Even the turn signal has like a nice weight to it as well. It doesn't feel cheap. Many cars have a very flimsy turn signal stock, which I don't really like, but that's pretty good on this one. You also have a wireless charging tray. As you can see, my phone charging in there right now. But overall, this is a nice Kia, well equipped, and if you're looking for a Kia Sportage SX Prestige, you'll be very impressed with it. But thank you for watching another video of Drew Drives. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, and be sure to check out the link to Grubb's family of dealerships in the description below if you'd like to shop for nice vehicles like this Kia.